Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from Redragon. This is the Redragon SHACO 60% aluminum RGB mechanical keyboard. You can pick this up on WhatGeek.com. I'll have an affiliate link in the description below if you want to go check it out and get a few dollars off of this as well. This comes with red switches. It is RGB with full lighting and RGB LED light bars on the sides of the keyboard with a palm rest that is detachable, and also an optional phone and tablet holder that slides into the back of the keyboard. So if you want to have your phone or tablet up front and center while you're playing a game or browsing the internet, you can do that as well. We're going to dig into this now, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is everything that you get once you get it out of the box. Of course, you're going to get the main unit, the keyboard itself. This is a 60% keyboard. It's 68 keys. It has an all aluminum deck to it, so it is very sturdy and kind of on the heavyish side for its size, but it definitely screams a high quality. You do have some levelers at the top here in case you need to set those up for a little bit more comfortable of a typing experience. You do get red switches with this. You can switch them out if you would like to for anything, including Cheery or Gateron switches that are 3 or 5 pin switches. So you can totally rebuild this and DIY it to your liking. You do get a single USB Type-C port on the left-hand side, and you do have slots in the front and the back. And the way that this works is that you have some add-ons here, like a palm rest that will slot in here and then be held in with 2 metal screws to make sure that it stays in place. But you can slot this in, and you can see that there are little tracks here on the palm rest, and easy to slide it in and then secure it if you want to have the palm rest. So you can see that that groove is there on the front. There is also one on the back for a phone and tablet holder, which I'll get into in just a second. But slotting this in is pretty simple. Doing it behind the camera, not as simple as doing it in person, I can promise you that. But once you get it in, then you can set it up and you can secure it with the 2 screws that are included. Also included is your connection cable, which is USB Type-C to USB Type-C right angle, which is handy to have, of course, for the connection on the keyboard side. You also have an adapter in case your PC does not have USB Type-C to change it to USB Type-A so that you can get this plugged in. It is wired only. There is no wireless mode for this particular keyboard. They do include some stickers there and also a user guide for the SHACO. Now, the user guide here is fairly limited. This is just going to give us an idea of our backlight settings, how to change them, and then our key function settings. Since it is a 60% keyboard, a lot of these are going to be function and a secondary key to get those working. The backlighting is the same on this as well. Using the function key, we can cycle through the backlighting, but you can see that the Z key down at the bottom there through the M key are going to be a lot of your function keys for secondary functions there as well. Now, they do provide us with a few extra switches, and this will give us an idea of what the switches look like. These are the red style gaming switches here. You've got that nice tactile feedback on these. We'll do a typing test real quickly just to show you what this keyboard sounds like. Okay, so the switches sound good, typical of most red switches out there. They also include this tablet/phone stand, and this will be for slotting into the top, just like you did with your palm rest. You can slot this into the slot at the top here, and this will fold up and hold your phone and or tablet. You can see there's two different spots there, and it's movable. So that means if I need to move it off to the right or the left, I can freely move the stand by sliding it over. And this is just a little nice extra feature to have. So if you want to be looking out for text on your phone or watching a game guide while you're playing a game, you can easily set this up here in either portrait or in landscape, and you can slide the phone or tablet to the left or the right as you're using it. So it's definitely sturdy, definitely in a good spot here, and would be good for game guides and things like that while you're playing a game on your PC. So this works out pretty nicely. I like the fact that it'll support it in landscape and or portrait as well, so you can use it in either orientation. Let's talk RGB modes here. You can switch all of these using the function key, and you will be able to go through using some of your side keys here, as well as the arrow keys to adjust your brightness. Up and down with the arrow keys and function will adjust your brightness levels. You do notice that we do have two LED bars on the sides as well that can be adjusted to different colors and a rainbow effect there, individual of the key lighting itself. So as you can see, I'm cycling through those now, and you can turn them off as well if you do not like the side LED bars. So they are all independent of just the keys, so you can run just your accent lighting if you want to, or you can run both, or you can just run the keys without the accent lighting. Moving through some of these here, you'll be able to see that we have over 20 different modes that you can cycle through using, I believe it is page down to cycle through our modes here as well. So let's go and cycle through some of these modes so that you can see them and just to kind of take you through it. Now in a lot of the modes, you can change to solid colors by using the right arrow key as well. So if you want it to be RGB, you can leave it this way, or you can switch this to all the same color by using the right arrow key, maybe to select something like red or green. If you want it to be green, you can do that, and you can switch those colors to be solid colors if you would like to. So there are ways to switch some of the modes into solid colors right here from the keyboard. So again, you have full control over all of this, and you do have full control over the accent lighting as well, right from the keyboard. Now there is software that is included as well, and we're going to talk about that really quickly. Okay, so finally we've got the Redragon software for the SHACO here, and this is interesting. It does give you 3 different profiles, so you can set up individual profiles, and of course a spot for macros as well. So if you do want to go into macros and record macros, you do have that. Now you can change your language up in the right hand side here, and you do have per key setups here. So if I click on the F key, I can click on a macro, I can click on media and assign it a media function like volume up or volume down, and I've got all of those. I also have key management, and I can do keys, or I can do combinations of keys with Control or Win or Alt. So you've got all of that there. Now if I hit the light button here, you can see that we can adjust the top lighting of our keys. Now the bars on the left and right hand side will have to be adjusted via the keyboard itself, like I showed you earlier in the video. But if we want to set this all to one color or RGB, we can adjust the brightness and the speed, and of course we have a drop down menu that allows us to select all of the different modes that we have. So being able to go through this and quickly set this up without having to really even touch the keyboard is nice to have. Now in the macro section here, we do have a full suite for recording macros, so you can record macros with this, and you can set them up for use in your gaming or computing needs. No problems with the macros here as well. You can import or export your settings, so you have that option. So overall, this is a nice, easy to use software for the Redragon SHACO. So there you go. That about does it for my review of the Redragon SHACO 60% aluminum RGB mechanical keyboard. Again, you can pick this up at WhatGeek.com. I'll have a link in the description below, which is an affiliate link. It'll help support my channel. This particular keyboard from Redragon is not offered in a lot of places. So if you want to get this keyboard, WhatGeek is one of the only places that I know that is currently offering this particular keyboard. But I do like this keyboard for a minimalistic desktop setup. If you're looking for a keyboard that is going to have all the functions that you would need, but in a smaller, tighter package that's not going to take up a lot of space on your desk, then you may want to check out this one. I also like the fact that it has a detachable palm rest, red switches that are interchangeable with any switches that you would like, full RGB, and of course that optional phone holder at the top there really kind of comes in handy if you are an avid gamer that likes to look up game guides and things like that. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. I hope you enjoyed my review of the Redragon SHACO, and I'll check you guys out on the next one.